নিয়ে নেব, টেনে দেবো নেক্সট ক্লাস।
এই তুমি হচ্ছে কোয়ালিটি ম্যানেজমেন্টের গুলো এগুলো একটু মানে করানোগুলো শুরু করে দাও না, তাহলে এদের একটু নলেজ হয়ে যাবে তাহলে।
কোয়ালিটি ম্যানেজমেন্ট ঠিক আছে, শুরু করছি। ওটা কোয়ালিটি ম্যানেজমেন্ট তো একদম নতুন থেকে নতুন করে হবে, তো এসআরবির জন্য তো একদম স্টার্টিং থেকে করতে হবে, রাইট?
হ্যাঁ, একদম স্টার্টিং থেকে করবে এবং ভালো করে করবে।
ইন্ট্রোডাক্টরি থেকে, ঠিক আছে, করে দেবো। কালকে হোপফুলি একটা রেকর্ডিং দিয়ে দেবো, আমি চেষ্টা করছি, ঠিক আছে?
হুম হুম হুম। পোস্ট করে বানাবো।
হোস্ট করে দাও। सो गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। ये लास्ट क्लास में वी हैव डन अप टू दिस मच। बीच में थोड़ा नेटवर्क का इशू होके कट हो गया था बीच में, ठीक है। सो वी आर कंटिन्यूइंग फ्रॉम हियर। इसमें आपका ये जो पहला वाला पीपीटी है दैट इज फॉर योर इंटरनेशनल नेशनल इंटरनेशनल लॉज, उसके ऊपर क्वेश्चंस है, कुछ बचे हुए हैं, आई गेस 150 तक है, तो 34 चल रहा है, सो 10-15 क्वेश्चन और होंगे। और नेक्स्ट वी विल डू दिस वन, मतलब उसके बाद जो आपका फूड साइंस रिलेटेड है उसके क्वेश्चंस करेंगे, ठीक है। Okay, so example of a commercially sterile food product is pickles, canned foods, boiled milk, fruit juice. ये हो गया था, I guess. कौन सा आंसर?
Canned foods.
ये फुल स्क्रीन नहीं हुआ है क्या? कहाँ गया है? एक सेकंड कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम। One second, just give me. Yeah. So the answer is canned foods, right? Next, the standard plate count is not applicable to RT foods, which has also only cooked ingredients, deep fried products. Fresh fruits and vegetables, RT food, which is just cooked ingredients where no cooking process has been used. ये भी हुआ हुआ है. What is the answer?
Fresh fruits and
Fruit and
vegetables.
vegetables.
Chalo. Next, at temperature above freezing, activities of foodborne microorganisms can be stopped, slowed, rapid, quick. At temperature above freezing, क्या होगा?
Option B, slowed.
Very good. It's option B. It will be slowed, right? Anti-nutrients are also termed as metabolic byproducts, synthetic toxicants, natural toxicants, or primary metabolites. What is the answer? Anti-nutrients.
Natural toxicants.
Very good. Benzoic acid is mostly used to preserve colored products because of its bleaching action. It may darken the product, or its characteristic aroma. It may lighten the product. What should be the answer?
Bleaching action.
Benzoic acid is mostly used to preserve because of its bleaching action. Bleaching में क्या होता है? RBD ऑयल पढ़ा है आप लोगों ने? RBD पता है? What is RBD? RBD क्या होता है? ऑयल रिफाइनिंग पढ़ा है? ऑयल रिफाइनिंग फूड टेक में तो पढ़ा होगा।
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो रिफाइनिंग में क्या क्या प्रोसेस होते हैं? चलो इतना डीप नहीं जाते हैं। रिफाइंड, ब्लीच्ड, डिओडराइज्ड, राइट? तो ब्लीचिंग, इसमें ब्लीच्ड का क्या मतलब होता है? ब्लीच्ड का क्या मतलब है? ब्लीचिंग का क्या मतलब है?
Color reducing.
Removal of color, right? Now suppose
Yes,
if
sir.
benzoic acid is having this bleaching action, it is having the bleaching action. कलर रिमूव करने का अगर उसका प्रॉपर्टी रहेगा तो कलर्ड प्रोडक्ट को प्रिजर्व कैसे करेगा? आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it should not be A, no? If benzoic acid itself it is having bleaching action, then what it will do? It will decolorize the product. But we want to preserve color, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Basically, what benzoic acid does is it enhances the color. So इसको क्या कह सकते हैं? It may darken the product. Okay. Understood? When we are adding benzoic acid, whatever color it is having, it will little bit enhance the color. थोड़ा intensity बढ़ गया ऐसे बता सकते हैं. तो उसको थोड़ा dark कर देते हैं. This is the right answer. If a manufacturing company does not adhere to CGMP regulations, any drug manufactured by such company will be considered adulterated. No action will be taken if the drugs are safe. The company will be closed instantly. It means that there is necessarily something wrong with the drug. What is the right answer? If a manufacturing company does not adhere to CGMP regulations. This is basically if a drug manufacturing company, it is not but food, they have specifically mentioned drug. Okay, so what should the right answer?
Option A, sir.
Option A. Daisy? Option A or D?
No,
Which one
no,
you
sir.
say?
I do not answer.
Okay, somebody
Option D,
D,
sir.
I think
Rashi.
D.
Rashi. Option D.
Option D. It means that there is necessarily wrong with the drug. No action will be taken if the drugs are safe. The company will be closed. Any drug manufactured by such company. See, as per CGMP regulations, manufacturing company, if they are manufacturing drug, if they are not following that, it is considered as adulterated. Okay. There is no something like the something wrong with the drug. It's a vague statement. Okay. Something wrong with something is a vague statement. When we are considering some regulations and rules, there should be some standards. So यहाँ पे clear cut, if the company is not manufacturing, it's not adhering to the CGMP regulations, then the drug manufactured by the company will be declared as adulterated. Okay. The dose of ionizing radiation, radapatization is कितना होता है? 30 kilogray, 20 kilogray, 10 kilogray, 3 kilogray. What is the dose of ionizing radiation for radapatization? Which is the right answer?
20 kilogram.
बहुत ज्यादा हो गया. 3 kilogray. Okay. It is 3. 1 gray is how much? 100 rads, 10 rads, 1 rad, 1000 rads.
Thousand rads.
1000 rads. No, sir. 1 gray is equal to 100 rads. Okay. Radiation dose is defined as the quantity of radiation energy liberated by the food when it passes through the radiation field during processing. Quantity of radiation energy scattered by the food when it passes through the radiation field during processing. Quantity of radiation energy absorbed by the food when it passes through the radiation field during processing, and quantity of radiation energy dispersed by the food when it passes through the radiation field during processing. Which is the right answer and why? Which is the right answer? रेडिएशन तो पढ़ा होगा ना आप लोग ने, कैसे रेडिएशन काम करता है ड्यूरिंग फूड प्रोसेस टेक्नोलॉजी, आई गेस प्रिजर्वेशन में पढ़ा होगा. Which is the right answer?
Option C.
Very good. This is the right answer. Why?
Because radiation absorbed होता है तभी तो DNA मेटाबॉलिज्म डिस्ट्रॉय होते हैं माइक्रोब्स
और वो persist करता है. अगर वो स्कैटर्ड होकर निकल जाएगा कोई फायदा नहीं होगा. लिबरेटेड करने वो तो बेक स्टेटमेंट की फूड में है, वो दैट इज लिबरेटिंग, वो छोड़ दो. डिस्पर्स भी करेगा तो भी काम नहीं होगा. सो ओनली थिंग इट विल परसिस्ट इफ इट इज अब्सॉर्ब्ड. ठीक है, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So that is the reason radiation dose is what it is means, the absorption of the radiation energy by the food or any other substance. Asepsis is a process of keeping microorganisms out, removal of microorganisms, maintenance of anaerobic condition, adding chemicals.
C.
Keeping out microorganisms.
You said C. We say, no, generally we will see, we'll say packed aseptically or process aseptical processing. What does it mean? Anaerobic condition is what we are actually, this is something different. We are removing the air, you can say, or we remove the oxygen. That is the condition which is sometimes given for
option D, sir, removal of microorganisms.
Okay.
Sir,
Now
option
why
D.
Asepsis is basically the means aseptic processing means an environment where there is no microbial contamination, sir.
exactly? So what we know that in the environment there is microorganisms, right?
Yes.
There is microorganisms, but what we need to do, we have to keep them aside. What we do generally in a laminar airflow, माइक्रोबायोलॉजी ने आप लोग ने लैफ पढ़ा है ना, देखा होगा जब आप लोग ने एनालिसिस किया तो लैफ बोल के एक होता है लैमिनर एयर फ्लो. व्हाट इज लैफ, क्या होता है उसमें? ये हाँ, व्हाट इज लैफ?
Means through a HEPA filter there is a continuous flow of laminar flow of air at a laminar velocity, so there is no eddy current or no pockets of microorganisms formed.
Right. So through that, when then in that path there is no chance of any microbial contamination. It cannot come, it cannot enter. Another thing what we do, we use a spirit lamp, right? जैसे आप लोग को slides वगैरह बनाना है, where we want to prepare something, we want to draw some samples, so we maintain an aseptic condition, we maintain a keep the environment little bit sterile. ठीक है? We know that in the environment, the air everywhere, there is some microorganisms. So we are keeping the microorganisms out. Now, why it should not be removal? Right answer is keeping microorganisms out. But why not removal of microorganisms? Both the things looks like similar. So removal क्यों नहीं होगा? Okay, let me tell you. आपने जब lab में, when we are doing experiments, have you noticed that the teacher will say switch on the laminar airflow, and after some time we'll go for testing. होता है ना? Right? So why we are doing that?
So can you repeat the question?
I'm saying why it is keeping microorganisms out and not why means removal of microorganisms, why cannot be the right answer? Removal of microorganisms, ये right answer क्यों नहीं हो सकता? Technically, by definition we have understood कि asepsis means keeping microorganisms out. But the other way, if you say removal of microorganisms, that is also seems like it's a correct answer. Somebody said also. But it correct क्यों नहीं है?
Sir, we can't remove 100% microorganism from process.
Right.
Like in aseptic processing, in tomato
Right.
processing, I swear, they are at the starting point, they are maintaining aseptic condition.
True. We cannot remove, right? We cannot remove 100%, or it's not a process of ऐसा कि there are some bunch of things and we are putting it and we are removing it and putting it somewhere else. No, it's continuously coming and going, continuously coming and going. Okay, so there is no question of removal because it is not stagnant somewhere that some objects are kept and we are taking it out and putting it somewhere else. We cannot do that. In the air, always microorganisms are there. What we are doing, we are making a barrier. We are keeping them. We are making certain environment in which they cannot enter. Understand the concept. This is the concept of asepsis. You will see there is air curtain. Okay, when you enter in any plant or any micro lab, there is a HEPA filter. There's air curtain is there. HEPA filter, air curtain, normal air curtain. Why it is there? It is also to keep microorganisms out. Okay, there is no process with which we can remove microorganisms. We can kill them. We can make the environment. We can sanitize. Okay, but we cannot remove it. It will again come with the air, with certain objects. It will come. Okay, so that is the reason asepsis basically means we are trying our best keep that particular environment is aseptic. We are trying कि वो अंदर enter ना कर सके. ठीक है, थोड़ा time ज़्यादा ले लिया, but the concept should be clear. Okay, according to FSSAI rules, class 2 preservatives include acetic acid, dextrose, lysine, glucose. What is the right answer? It's a very easy question. What is the right answer?
Acetic acid.
Class 2 preservative.
Lysine.
Yes. Class 2, no? Acetic acid, dextrose, glucose, these are all class 1 preservative. Okay. C in CGMP stands for up to date, commitment, current, content.
Current.
Good.
Sir, 143 wale question mein I have a doubt.
What doubt?
Sir, Nisin is produced by two synthetic preservatives. So Nisin कैसे आता है class 2 preservatives में?
नहीं समझा, फिर से बताइए.
So यहाँ पे the question says class 2 preservatives. So class 2 preservatives are those which are synthetically produced, no sir? So Nisin is produced by a microorganism, a bacteria, sir. तो वो class 2 preservatives में कैसे आता है?
Chemically prepared, आपका ऐसा concept है कि chemically prepared है तो class 2 preservative है, right?
Yes sir, synthetically
okay,
produced.
let me tell you. Now we are having lemon. Lemon है?
Yes sir.
Lemon में naturally बनता है उसमें.
Sorry
आप जब
sir.
उसमें निचोड़ते हैं, when we are आप अगर squeeze करते हैं, if you are squeezing the lemon, we get the liquid. It contains citric acid.
Citric acid.
Right, naturally.
Yes sir.
Okay. Dextrose कैसे आता है? Sugar.
Sugar. Yes sir.
Glucose भी वही आपका sugar.
Sugar.
Right. But Nisin, it is origin is from live organism. Live organism in the sense आप जैसे बता रहे bacteria. But it's not directly preparing. Directly ऐसी bacteria बना नहीं रहा है. You are not having certain food item or certain kind of thing which is naturally produced. To certain कुछ metabolites type हो सकता है. Nisin कैसा बनता है फिर उसका पूरा पढ़ना पड़ेगा. But it is not normally. आप एक बार ऐसे सोचिए ना कि sugar कैसा है, मेरे पास lemon कैसा है. Okay, in that perspective, you can say ethically or what to say, logically you can say कि हाँ natural तो है, microbiology है, मतलब microorganism बन रहा है तो फिर वो naturally हुआ, but not in that way, not in that perspective. ठीक है?
Okay sir.
Statement 1 codex ये भी repeat
one second.
Yes.
Actually वो जो niacin जो बनता है actually microorganism से बनता है, it is right, but जो मीडिया यूज होता है actually वो मीडिया का जो चेंज होता है ना वो actually नेचुरल नहीं है.
Yes, rightly pointed out. That's what I'm trying to say कि it's not, आपको लग रहा है natural बन रहा है, it's not natural. आपका लेमन क्या है, वहां पे लग रहा है आपका बन रहा है, you are getting the direct fruit from, you are getting directly the citric acid. But in this case, you are using a media which is chemically prepared, फिर certain changes होता है फिर बनता है. There are
वो
some process.
बनाया जा रहा है.
बनाया जा रहा है, exactly.
Okay.
We are using microorganisms as a what you can say,
Source
as a source. Yes.
to produce nisin
Yes.
on a media.
Right.
Okay, got it, sir.
Okay. Statement 1. Codex Alimentarius is an international commission for food labeling. I think this we have covered. Statement 2. Coffee, tea, and spices have been exempted from food labeling. This is a question I have asked to look into. देखा था आप लोगों ने? What is the right answer?
सर टी की पैकेजिंग और लेबलिंग में कोई जब फ्लेवर टी होता है तभी हम यूज करते हैं.
नहीं समझा. पैकेजिंग एंड लेबलिंग में
अगर सिंपल टी रहे तो ऐसा कोई मैंडेटरी नहीं है कि हाँ हम कुछ लेबल रखेंगे, बट अगर फ्लेवर्ड टी होता है समथिंग स्पेशल फ्लेवर टी, तब हम उसके लिए एक दूसरा लेबल यूज करते हैं.
Okay. Now let me just little bit dig into the question. Here they are saying exempted from food labeling. If I have added here a word called nutrition, okay, I'm just writing NUT, nutrition. So what is the difference between labeling and nutrition labeling?
सर लेबलिंग में अपने जो कॉमन एक्सपायरी डेट, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्लांट, वो सब भी आते हैं, बट न्यूट्रिशनल में न्यूट्रिशनल वैल्यूज हमें इंप्लीमेंट करनी वो डिक्लेयर करनी पड़ेंगी.
Right. So that means when we are considering labeling, it includes the nutritional labeling also. There are 12 points mainly in labeling. So nutritional information is one of the point. Okay. Now if you have read through the rules and regulations, you'll see in case of coffee, tea, spices, the nutritional labeling is exempted, not the food labeling. Are you getting my point? फूड लेवलिंग होना पड़ेगा. फूड लेवलिंग में आप न्यूट्रिशन नहीं दे सकते हैं. दैट्स फाइन. दैट इज व्हाट इज बीइंग एग्जेम्प्टेड. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप कुछ लेवल ही नहीं दोगे. फूड लेवलिंग नहीं होने का मतलब है देयर विल बी नो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग डेट, देयर विल बी नो brand name, there will be no name of the product, there will be no batch number, nothing. It means this. Okay, so there is a twist. So if it is a nutritional level, suppose coffee, tea, spices have been exempted from food nutritional leveling, then it is right. Okay, but here it is coffee, tea, spices have been exempted from food labeling, so this is false. So statement 2 तो false हो गया. मेरे पास कितने दो ऑप्शन है, A and C. Now Codex Alimentarius is an international commission for food labeling. Is it?
So it's false.
What is the answer? It is true or false?
So it is false.
Yes. Why it is false? What is Codex? Codex, what it does?
It's a codex is for all the not especially only for labeling.
Basically, you can say Codex doesn't do anything regarding labeling. It mainly is a product specific. Okay, there will be some different kinds of parameters which need to be established. So more towards the product specific. ऐसा नहीं है Codex is for international commission for labeling. Labeling changes from area to area or country to country, you can say. In case of India, labeling is only standard FSSAI standards, nothing else. Okay, for food labeling in India, only FSSAI. So Codex Alimentarius is an international commission, fine, but that is not for food labeling. So that is also false. Which is the right answer? Option C. This is an important question. If there is any doubt, आप लोग पूछ लीजिए, क्योंकि यहाँ पे बहुत सारे twists हैं. Okay. According to Codex standards, which of the following food item is hypersensitive? This I think we have done. Which is hypersensitive?
All of the above.
Good. all of these are hypersensitive. Many people are allergic to these items. I guess we have covered this part. 1 second. So I'll go to the next one.
सर आपने जो वो इरेडिएशन का क्वेश्चन कराया था,
हाँ
रेडप्टराइजेशन के डोज,
हाँ
तो सर रेडप्टराइजेशन तो कमर्शियली स्टेरिलिटी बोलते हैं, तो वो 20 to 30 किलोग्राम डोज यूज होते हैं। आप एक बार चेक करेंगे फिर से वो क्वेश्चन?
मुझे जितना याद है 3 ही होता है। डोज ऑफ आयनाइजिंग रेडिएशन 3 किलोग्राम is the answer. Somebody is trying to say something. Gitika, you are not audible actually. Please mute yourself. Okay, what you are saying is there is 20 to 30 range for adaptization.
Yes sir, kilogram.
Oh, 20 to 30. I need to check this one. Okay, I'll go through this. I'll get back to this next class. Okay. So far as I know, this is 3 kilogram only. I think.
और सर ये ब्रैकेट में m के क्या डिनोट कर रहा है?
के एक आपका ऐसे लिखा रहता है। आपको whatever the radiation आप जो आपका इंस्ट्रूमेंट होता है उसमें m के लिखा रहता है। Gitika, can you just mute yourself? कोई कॉल करो या फिर ग्रुप में मैसेज डालो। Please someone call.
म्यूट कर दीजिए सर।
Sir, you are host. You can mute that one.
Okay, let me. यार म्यूट इसमें से हो नहीं रहा है। I don't know why. Okay, अब ठीक है। Okay, I'm going to the next presentation. Okay, am I audible? एक बार yes no बता दो।
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Good. So the major carbohydrate of rice is
स्टार्च डी।
very good.
Starch.
So it is starch. इसमें कुछ तो दिक्कत आ रहा है यार, ये नीचे आधा क्यों आ रहा है? Creating some issues. Okay, well, let's continue the questions. The major carbohydrate of the rice is starch. Okay, that is the right answer. मैं यहाँ टिक कर नहीं पा रहा हूँ, कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गया। The fiber of rice is the hemicellulose made up of arabinose, pentose, xylose, all. Fiber of rice fiber कौन सा है? Answer. Which is the right answer for question number 2?
Sir, A, arabinose.
Actually, rice contains all the three. Okay, arabinose, pentose, xylose तीनों रहते हैं. Now my question is, what is hemicellulose? Cellulose और hemicellulose में क्या difference है? What is the basic difference between cellulose and hemicellulose? अगर पता होता है हेमिसेलुलोज सेलुलोज में क्या बेसिक डिफरेंस है तो ये आंसर करना बहुत इजी रहता है. दैट इज द रीजन आई एम पॉइंटिंग दिस क्वेश्चन. व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन सेलुलोज एंड हेमिसेलुलोज? एनीवन?
नो सर.
किसी को नहीं पता? कोई तो बता दो यार. एनीथिंग, एनी आइडिया? हेमिसेलुलोज सेलुलोज में गलत होने दो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है.
सेलुलोज में सिर्फ ग्लूकोज होते हैं
सेलुलोज में ग्लूकोज
और
होते हैं.
हेमिसेलुलोज में ओनली, एंड इन हेमिसेलुलोज क्रॉस लिंक्ड है सेवरल पॉलीमर्स.
वेरी गुड. द बेसिक टू डिफरेंस, वन इज, वन सेकंड इसको मैं क्लोज करता हूं. हाँ, सी दिस, ये तो राइट आंसर ऑल हो गया, स्टार्ट हो गया. अच्छा, अभी आपने जो बताया एक बार फिर से आप रिपीट कीजिए सबके लिए. सेलुलोज में ग्लूकोज का आपने कुछ बताया.
लीनियर.
अब ग्लूकोज क्या होता है? व्हाट इज द ग्लूकोज?
शुगर.
शुगर, ठीक है, बट ग्लूकोज इज अ मोनोमर और अ पॉलीमर?
Monosaccharide, sir.
Monosaccharide. So it's a monomer. So it's a monomer, right?
Yes, sir.
So when we are talking about cellulose, it is basically made up of glucose monomer. Okay, monosaccharide.
Yes, sir.
And its structure is linear. Cellulose की बात कर रहा हूँ. When we are talking about hemicellulose,
Yes, sir.
it is actually made up of polymers, several polymers, monomer नहीं. ठीक है. So polymer होते हैं जैसे आपके arabinose, pentose, xylose, सारा सब polymer है. दो ग्लूकोज जुड़ गया, आपका ये ग्लूकोज एक कुछ गैलेक्टोज बन जाता है, ग्लूकोज एंड लैक्टोज, गैलेक्टोज, बहुत सारी चीजें. सो दोस विल बी हेमिसेलुलोज. तो जब हेमिसेलुलोज इसमें दो चीजें, एक है इट इज मेड अप ऑफ पॉलीमर्स एंड सेकंड थिंग इज इट इज क्रॉस लिंक्ड. दीस आर द टू बेसिक डिफरेंसेस. सेलुलोज इज मोनोमर, ग्लूकोज मोनोमर से बनता है एंड इट इज लीनियर स्ट्रक्चर. हेमिसेलुलोज इज पॉलीमर से बनता है एंड इट इज क्रॉस लिंक्ड स्ट्रक्चर. Okay, so when we are under, we know this hemicellulose is cross-linked and it's a polymer, so आराम से हम बता सकते हैं all option है, मतलब होना ही चाहिए. तो ये तो होगा नहीं. यहाँ पे अगर arabinose and pentose, xylose and something else ऐसा होता, then there is a question. तब थोड़ा confusion होना चाहिए. Otherwise इसमें तो सीधा आंख मूंद के हॉल देना है. ठीक है. Okay, glutenil origin is a principal protein of milk, rice, pulse, wheat. Glutenin or originin.
Rice.
It means rice, sir.
Yeah.
B.
So इसका आंसर तो पता ही चल गया. ठीक है. The nutritive value of rice protein is superior than barley, wheat, oat, all. What is the right answer? Nutritive value of rice protein is superior. Now here there is a twist. What is
Sir,
the right
only
answer?
wheat.
Wheat. Only wheat. Why?
Barley and oats are higher protein, richer protein source.
Barley में there is higher protein. राइस में कितना होता है प्रोटीन?
सर राइस में 8 होता है प्रोटीन.
8% 8 ग्राम कैसे बता रहे हैं? 100 ग्राम में 8 ग्राम?
यस सर, ग्राम.
And what about barley and wheat?
तो वीट में तो ज्यादा होता है, आई थिंक 13, एंड बार्ले 12, इस रेंज में रहता है. प्रोटीन तो सर सबसे कम राइस में ही होता है इन सब में से.
हाँ, तो that is the reason राइस में सबसे कम प्रोटीन है. तो न्यूट्रिटिव वैल्यू ऑफ राइस प्रोटीन इज सुपीरियर, कैसे हो गया? उसमें प्रोटीन ही कम है। सोचने वाली बात है ना। राइस itself is having protein is less. Now if suppose the question is like this, the nutritive value of rice is superior than, फिर क्या होता? Not protein, I'm just saying the nutritive value of rice is superior than.
Oat.
Are you sure? कितना होता है राइस में? प्रोटीन सबसे कम होता है, ठीक है। सो व्हेन आई नो राइस में प्रोटीन सबसे कम है, कार्बोहाइड्रेट फिर ज्यादा होना चाहिए, फैट उसके अकॉर्डिंगली होना चाहिए, राइट? सो क्या होना चाहिए आंसर?
फैट तो
न्यूट्रिटिव वैल्यू का
oats में
क्या
ज्यादा
मतलब? न्यूट्रिटिव
जाएंगे
वैल्यू, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय न्यूट्रिटिव वैल्यू?
ऑल ओवर
टोटल प्रोटीन,
राइस
कार्बोहाइड्रेट,
में
फैट,
मेथोनिन होता है।
क्या रहता है? मीथेनाइन रहता है, अमीनो एसिड।
जी।
Okay.
Sir, answer is wheat.
No, read the question again. If I'm saying the nutritive value of rice protein is superior than wheat, that means it is inferior than barley and oat.
Sir, but wheat protein is allergic. Some people has gluten allergy. That's why I'm
having allergy. Okay. 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 Now, suppose somebody is having some food. Now there is some growth, right? Some people are having 1 ball of rice, some are having 2 ball of rice. But we see that people who are having 1 ball of rice, they are much healthier, much stronger. Why is it so? ज्यादा खाने पे भी कुछ असर नहीं पड़ता। होता है ना?
because of metabolism.
If you eat more, then also there is no effect on health. Body उतना के उतना ही रहता है। There are two reasons basically.
फाइबर कंटेंट ज्यादा है उसमें।
हाँ, जनरली क्या होता है उसमें, आपका दो रीजन होते हैं। वन इज मे बी जेनेटिकल फैक्टर है, दैट्स व्हाई ही इज वेरी लीन, बट देयर इज अनदर फैक्टर, हाउ मच द प्रोटीन और द कार्बोहाइड्रेट और द फैट इज डाइजेस्टेबल। Okay, so if suppose I am having curd, I am having milk, which one is easily digestible? Curd is more easily digestible because it is fermented. Fermentation में होता क्या है? We are breaking down the contents. जो polymers हैं, they are broken down. So it is easily digestible. But milk में easily digestible नहीं. So if I am having curd and milk, which one will give more nutrition to my body? Obviously curd. Quantity में ज़्यादा absorption होगा. Okay. So rice का जो protein होता है, rice is easily digestible for everyone. Most of the people, but in case of you, wheat, barley or oat, see wheat is having some kind of allergic reactions. Barley and oat, these are not so easily digestible. So nutrition आपका उस हिसाब से it's not easy. That is the reason the rice protein is superior than all. Maybe rice is having less protein, maybe barley, wheat, oat are having more protein. हो सकता है उसमें ज़्यादा है protein, ठीक है? But even though it is having less protein, it is more digestible, or it is, you can say the nutritive value what it gives, it's more. Concept clear हुआ?
Yes sir.
Okay. The rice protein is richer in arginine, lysine, threonine, all. What is the right answer? ये तो मतलब रटने वाला क्वेश्चन है, याद रखना पड़ेगा। The correct answer is arginine. Okay. Lysine and threonine is absent in rice, wheat, barley, all.
Rice.
Rice.
पहले वाला क्वेश्चन आंसर दे दिया तो इसमें भी आसानी से देना चाहिए. Okay. The polished rice is poor in calcium, ferrous or ferric, Ca and phosphorus, calcium, phosphorus, ferrous, Fe and Mn, manganese. कौन सा है? The polished rice is poor in. Polish करते हैं तो क्या remove हो जाता है? What is poor? मतलब which is less?
So C.
Zinc,
So C.
phosphorus, or
Iron.
iron, phosphorus.
Yes, sir.
पक्का?
Calcium and iron.
Calcium and iron. Phosphorus कैसे जा सकता है पॉलिशिंग में? Anyhow, अगर इसको समझना है then you have to go to the rice kernel where it is located. Polishing effects में कहाँ से remove होता है? वो leave that one. Calcium and iron is the right answer. Polishing करें calcium iron निकल जाता है. ठीक है. The activity of dash in fresh rice is probably responsible for its sticky consistency after.
Alpha amylase.
इसमें तो doubt नहीं है.
Alpha amylase.
Yes, alpha amylase. Yes. The pigments of colored rice are anthocyanin, carotenoid, both A and B, none. Anthocyanin X को छोड़ दीजिए, शायद एक हो गया. Anthocyanin, carotenoid, both A and B, none. Pigments of colored rice.
Sir, black rice color is because of anthocyanin, sir.
Right.
But carotenoid, I am not sure, sir.
Carotenoid is also there. Okay. So when you can say golden rice or something, no, golden rice genetically. Example कुछ दिमाग में नहीं आ रहा है, लेकिन both the things are there. Pigments, anthocyanin and carotenoid, both are there in colored rice. Okay. Parboiling of rice is originated in Pakistan, India, Bhutan, United States of America.
India.
ये अगर गलत कर दिया तो फिर
India, sir.
हाँ, yes, this is India only. If we have ये वाला क्वेश्चन अगर गलत कर दिया तो फिर हमारे ऊपर शर्म आना चाहिए, है ना? चलो, anyhow. High proportion of amylopectin is available in flint corn, dent corn, waxy corn, popcorn.
Waxy corn.
क्यों?
Amylopectin is branch chain, sir, and that is responsible for waxy characteristics, sir.
Good. The major lipids of maize oil is triglycerides, diglycerides, amylose, phospholipid.
Sir, this is, I think, triglyceride, sir.
Yes,
Triglyceride.
this is triglyceride. Good. Triglycerides of corn oil have high proportion of and acid. High proportion of an acid होगा, ऐसा कुछ होगा. Okay. Lysine, or alanine, proline, oleic, linoleic, tryptophan, methionine. Which one? Fatty acids basically.
Oleic and linoleic. Option
Linoleic.
C, sir.
Right.
Only that are those are fatty acids, sir, in this list.
Yes. Others are
Amino
acids. Corn is deficient in the vitamin niacin,
Acids and vitamin. Yeah.
I mean tocopherol. Corn is deficient in which vitamin? आंसर बताया था शायद, कान में सुनने में आया मुझे. Which is the right answer? Except corn is deficient in vitamin, you said. Why niacin is here?
So B3, B2, B3, C, option C.
This is actually B3. So thiamine is B3, right? If I'm not wrong.
No, so thiamine is B1, B3 is
niacin.
B3 is niacin, right? B3 is niacin. That is the right answer. अच्छा यहाँ पे दिया नहीं है मैंने, टोकोफेरॉल ई ठीक है, दिस इज कॉमा पड़ गया, B1 थायमीन, B2, B3 is niacin. So corn is deficient in vitamin, this is niacin. Okay, right answer is niacin. The phosphorus in corn is found in the form of phytine, glutamine, histidine and glycine. Phosphorus in corn. Phytine, yes. The keeping quality of breakfast cereals is dependent on the fat content, protein content, starch content, vitamin.
Protein content.
Protein content.
Good. Okay. Protein content. South Indian breakfast food, upma, is made from flour, white flour, semolina, grapes.
Semolina.
Semolina.
Semolina. Anybody from South India here?
I am staying in Bangalore, sir.
Okay, फिर तो आपको पता होगा. Idli, dosa, sambar, upma, सब.
Daily,
And
sir.
special, they have bisibele baat. You have bisibele baat.
याद मत दिलाइए सर.
हर morning को
only
मिलता है
know
क्या?
that is.
हाँ.
रोना आ जाता है सर.
I was there in Bangalore for 4.5 years, so
Okay.
मुझे पता है. The cooking time of farina is reduced by adding of disodium phosphate, sodium benzoate, salt, sugar. Which is the right answer? Cooking time of farina. Farina क्या है पता है?
So wheat से related है, I think.
हाँ, जैसे आपका wheat flour हो गया या फिर कोई और चीज का फ्लावर होगा, उसको जब मिक्सिंग करते हैं बैटर टाइप बनता है, दैट इज एक्चुअली काइंड ऑफ फरीना कहते हैं. उसमें कुछ फ्रूट्स वगैरह डाल के भी कोई बनाते हैं, घर पे खाते हैं, होता है. ठीक है. तो क्या होता है? द कुकिंग टाइम ऑफ फरीना इज रिड्यूस्ड बाय एडिंग ऑफ व्हाट? क्या ऐड करने से?
Disodium phosphate.
Disodium phosphate. Yes. Yeah, disodium phosphate. Bread flour is milled from soft wheat, hard wheat, winter wheat, both B and C. Okay, hard wheat and bread. Bread flour. What is the right answer?
Soft wheat, sir.
Hard wheat. No, what is winter wheat? Winter wheat क्या होता है? Anybody knows what is winter wheat? हार्ड व्हीट, सॉफ्ट व्हीट हमने पढ़ा है, हार्ड डो, सॉफ्ट डो, बिस्किट में भी पढ़ा है, बट विंटर व्हीट तो शायद याद नहीं आ रहा है सर, कहाँ पे पढ़ा होगा, पता नहीं. अभी एक वॉर चल रहा है ना? There is a war going on between
Yes, sir.
between
Russia and
Ukraine and Russia.
between Ukraine and Russia. Now this winter wheat has a connection with Ukraine. Okay, so क्या कुछ some settlers, Mennonite settlers or something ऐसे कुछ कहते हैं. Those people have actually you can say they originated from there. They are from Ukraine, निवासी हैं वो. This is during your this is autumn season. मतलब this winter wheat आपका sowing कुछ September October में they will be sowing that, and harvesting is around your June July. Okay, this is the period. So bread flour is made from both, hard wheat भी होता है, winter wheat भी होता है. ठीक है, तो ये याद रख लेना, winter wheat has a connection with Ukraine. Pudding, cake, pastries, etc. are made from self-raising flour, bread flour, biscuit flour, cake flour. Which one is the right answer? 20 questions. क्या time हो रहा है?
Sir, self-raising cake flour.
Self-raising.
Okay.
Self-raising flour. That is the actually the requirement. ठीक है. Otherwise वो बनेगा नहीं. पेस्ट्री में फ्लफीनेस नहीं आएगा, केक में फूलेगा नहीं, नरम नरम टाइप का होगा नहीं, पुडिंग भी वैसी ही बात है. ठीक. Okay, a light excess of bicarbonate gives rise to an unpleasant odor and a brownish yellow coloration. ये self-raising flour, bread flour और all-purpose flour and pastry flour कौन सा है? A light excess of bicarbonate. अगर सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट ज्यादा डालेंगे, it rise to an unpleasant odor and a brownish yellow coloration. Which one? Okay, right answer is self-raising flower. जब वो फूल जाता है वहां पे जब ब्राउनिश येलो कलरेशन आता है, इट गिव्स अ अनप्लेजेंट कलर. ज्यादा अगर बाइकार्बोनेट देते हैं, मेनली आपका ब्रेड वगैरह में दिख जाएगा. One of the following is not leavening agent for baking products. Air. This is CO तो cobalt तो होना नहीं चाहिए. I guess this the writing to say like CO2 होना चाहिए. Mistake हुआ. Baking soda and steam. Which is the right answer?
Steam.
You consider this as CO2.
Steam, sir.
Yeah, this is the right answer. This is not a baking leavening agent. Okay, air is a leavening agent. चलो यहाँ पे तो यही right answer. अगर CO2 होता तो क्या होता? अगर ये ऑप्शन में CO2 होता, then what should be the right answer?
CO2 is a leavening agent, sir.
तो फिर क्या right answer होता?
Steam हो सकता है क्या? Because air, CO2, baking soda, these three are the leavening agent. So steam.
Steam नहीं है sir.
Steam is not a leavening agent.
Steam is not a
Okay,
leavening agent.
let me just tell you about idli. कैसे बनता है? इडली में fluffiness leavening कैसे होता है?
By
due-
steam.
By steam.
Yeah, steam.
Then why it is not leavening agent?
Yeah, it is also a leavening agent.
So if it is if it is CO2, there is this question itself is wrong. Okay, so हो सकता है कभी कभी. देख लेना questions जब आप solve कर लें. Okay, one of the following is cis-generated. One second. Following as is generated during leavening process. Okay, something gas maybe of baking product by action of chemical leaveners or action of microorganisms on sugar.
CO2.
Yeah. This is yeah. Which one is the right answer? CO2.
Yes, sir. CO2.
Yes. The most important chemical agent used in leavening process is caustic soda, sodium hydrogen carbonate, saltpeter, sodium benzoate. What is the right answer?
Sodium carbonate. Option B.
Sodium hydrogen carbonate. Yes. NaCO3.
It commercially
Benzoate is a
should-
preservative. Caustic soda होता नहीं है. Right? Saltpeter कुछ होता है क्या? मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा. Is there anything called saltpeter?
Sir, it's some salt.
Some kind of salt, ना?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So ठीक है. So right वैसे the right answer is this sodium hydrogen carbonate.
Sodium hydrogen carbonate.
This is the chemical leavening agent. See, we have already it is 22:15. Shall we continue or shall we stop here and we can continue the next class? 1 घंटे से ऊपर हो चुका है. इतना करके छोड़ दूं? ये 25-26 करके.
Yes, sir.
Sir, we can go up to more 15 minutes.
Another 15 minutes. बाकी लोग बताओ आपको क्या करना है? 15 मिनट और?
Okay, sir.
Okay, ठीक है. So I think within 15 minutes maybe we can finish also. Let me just see how many questions are there. Baking powder contains an inert filler used in leavening process. Is cornstarch, potato starch, arrowroot, egg powder.
Cornstarch.
Baking powder
25.
contains an inert filler. Baking powder. Yeah, this is cornstarch. 16. Cornstarch acts as buffering agent between baking soda and acids, carbon dioxide and acid, oxygen and carbon dioxide. None. Cornstarch acts as a buffering agent.
Option A, baking soda and acid, sir.
Why? How?
Buffering
How?
agent, it will act between acid and alkali. So just I did odd man out here.
right. Absolutely. सही बोला. Baking powder is a compound of sodium bicarbonate and cornstarch.
In this question, if you are having any technical details, you can share with us, sir.
Oh,
I
the
did
technical.
out and I selected the answer.
So
Sir.
that is the right approach. Buffering agent, baking soda के साथ ही आपका acid and alkali, that is the true thing. Gas के साथ acid नहीं हो सकता.
नहीं sir.
Okay. Then these two are both gases, so there is no, मतलब उसमें कोई बनता ही नहीं है, कोई relation ही नहीं बनता. Okay, so this is the right answer. Any other technical details? This is what the technical thing. और कुछ है नहीं. Okay, baking powder is a compound of sodium bicarbonate and cornstarch. Sodium bicarbonate and tartrates, cornstarch and tartrates, none. What is the right answer?
Repeat
A
question. Option A. Repeat question.
Sodium bicarbonate. Oh, अच्छा, we have already
Option
done.
B.
Option
B.
Sodium bicarbonate and cornstarch. Oh, this is what? No. This is the right answer, no? I think we have done similar question. Baking powder contains inert filler, living process, cornstarch. Baking powder is a compound. Yes, sodium bicarbonate, cornstarch. Okay. Tartrate in baking powder is implemented in the form of potassium hydrogen tartrate, tartric acid, both A and B, none of the above. Tartrates in baking powder is implemented in the form of potassium hydrogen tartrate and tartric acid. And
Tartric acid.
याद था यहाँ पे पढ़ के बताया.
सर टार्ट्रिक एसिड कंपोनेंट होता है बेकिंग पाउडर का, इतना पता है.
हाँ, दोनों होता है. ठीक है, पोटेशियम हाइड्रोजन टार्ट्रेट भी होता है, टार्ट्रिक एसिड भी होता है, अदरवाइज नहीं बनेगा. ठीक है, तो द राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन सी. Yeast used for leavening is marketed in the form of compressed yeast, active dry yeast, both A and B.
Both A and B.
Right. So C is the right answer. The activity and shelf life of compressed yeast at 1 degree to 30 degrees Celsius remains up to 1 week, 2 week, 4 week, 5 week. 1 week, 2 week, 4 week, 5 week. Activity of yeast 1 degree to 3 degree. Activity and shelf life. What is the right answer?
4 weeks.
4 week.
Yes, sir. 28 days. 28 days.
28 days. कहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है 4 week? I just want to know.
यही आती है.
हाँ?
सर जो कंप्रेस ईस्ट आते हैं उनकी सेल्फ लाइफ जनरली 28 डेज ही देखी है मैंने, कहीं भी देखी है.
28 days वहाँ लिखा रहता है, right?
हाँ जी.
Okay, so that what you are saying, that is written on the label, है ना?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Okay. Just let me tell you one thing. When
weeks or months?
What?
सर वीक्स होगा या मंथ्स होगा यहाँ पे?
ये वीक होता है एक्चुअली, बहुत कम रहता है शेल्फ लाइफ.
ओके,
कम ही होता है, वीक ही है. But the concept here is जो बताने वाला था, when we are doing shelf life study, no, when there is some shelf life study is done, suppose a particular product shelf life is say 1.5 years. So what the manufacturer does, they will write it less to be in the safer side. Okay, there is a grace of say somewhere 6 months, somewhere 1 month, somewhere few days, something like that. The actual जो shelf life होता है, that is more than what is given in the level. Okay, so to be in the safer side. So जितना मुझे याद आ रहा है, that is actually 5 week, but anyhow as you said 4 week, I will just check again this one. ठीक है, activity of shelf life. This is about your yeast 1 to 3 degree Celsius. आप लोग भी एक बार चेक कीजिए अपने end से, but मुझे इतना याद आ रहा है, this is 5 week, but as you said 28 days, that is on the level of the yeast product, so that may be more than 28. Okay, so concept मैंने आपको बता दिया कैसे होता है. The shelf life of dry yeast is more than 2 years if stored at temperature 5 degree. अच्छा, ओके, आपने एक और चीज पूछा था, 1 to 3 डिग्री में स्टोर करने पे ये वाला बात था, compressed yeast. Okay, the shelf life of dry yeast is more than 2 years if stored at temperature 5 degree, 10 degree, 15 degree, 32 degree. ये तो बहुत सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन।
So
What
32.
is it? 32.
Dry is, so sir, we can find it in means in room temperature they can keep, sir, dry is.
We can keep it, but
Market
more than 2 years रखने के लिए you have to keep it at 5 degree.
5 degrees Celsius.
Okay, we have to keep it at 5 degree. ठीक है, otherwise नहीं extend होगा उतना। 32 में नहीं रख सकते हैं, this is too much high, 2 साल तक नहीं रहेगा। The device in which polished rice for further coating of sugar and talcum powder for brightness look is accomplished is known as, अच्छा, वो device का क्या नाम?
Polisher.
Polisher.
Not sure, sir.
Right, let's read the question again. The device which is in which polished rice for further coating of sugar and talcum powder. This is not polishing, something else.
Glazer.
Glazer.
No, this is trumbull. ठीक है, इसका कॉन्सेप्ट क्या समझाएं? इसका बेसिकली कोटिंग ऑफ शुगर और टैल्कम पाउडर होता है, इसमें ग्लेजीनेस ब्राइटनेस बढ़ता है, एंड द मशीन इज नोन एज ट्रम्बल। इतना ही याद है, इसमें देयर इज नो स्पेसिफिक टेक्निकल कुछ ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, बट दिस इज आफ्टर पॉलिशिंग। ओके, इन कंट्रीज वेयर राइस इज स्टेपल डाइट, continuous and exclusive use of polished rice causes beriberi due to deficiency of which?
Thiamine.
Thiamine.
Good. Rickets क्यों होता है?
Vitamin D deficiency.
Vitamin D.
कहाँ से मिलता है?
Sun से।
सन से मिलता है सर, सन से मिलता है, सब बोलेंगे सन से मिलता है।
नहीं, vitamin A, mushroom, plant source mushroom and non-veg source we can get vitamin D. These are the only two sources.
सन से नहीं मिलता है सौमित्रो?
Sun se it gets generated, means it gets synthesis in our
yes,
body.
that is what I am trying to point. सन से डायरेक्ट विटामिन नहीं मिलता है, with the help of sun rays it gets generated. बाकी तो सोर्स आपने बता दिया। ओके, ठीक है। फ्लेक्ड राइस इज मेड फ्रॉम ब्राउन राइस, रॉ राइस, पाउडर्ड राइस, कौन सा है? बल्गर,
Raw rice.
नो, पाउडर्ड राइस। रॉ राइस से अगर फ्लेक्ड राइस बनाओगे तो बनेगा नहीं। It needs, when we are making flaked rice, it needs certain strength to means to hold that pressure. Okay, malting is a basic operation employed in
Barley.
flour or flour mixtures when mixed with water form bread, chapati, dough or batter, cake.
Dough or batter.
Wheat flour when mixed with the appropriate amount of water forms dough which have a rheological property: elastic, plastic, viscoelastic, none.
Viscoelastic.
Well, wheat flour when mixed with the appropriate amount of water forms dough. हाँ, क्या है? इलास्टिक, प्लास्टिक, विस्कोइलास्टिक। विस्कोइलास्टिक,
हाँ, because viscosity भी होता है प्लस इलास्टिक नेचर भी होता है सर।
गुड, ठीक है। इन साउथ इंडिया कुछ बता सकते हैं सम टेक्निकल टर्म हाउ वी मेजर दिस प्रॉपर्टीज?
Phytoprotein, and glutenine. अच्छा।
हाँ, फेरिनोग्राफ, राइट।
Gram and rice.
Mixograph, extensograph.
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, याद है फिर सबको। एल्बियोग्राफ बोल के कुछ होता है?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है। In South India, idli is for fermented food item made from wheat and rice, black gram and rice, semolina and milk, wheat flour and semolina. South Indian wale.
B option. Black gram and rice.
Black gram and rice. So this is idli. Idli किससे बनता है? Black gram and rice. A favorable temperature for fermentation in the making of idli should be 10 to 20 degree, 20 to 25 degree, 25 to 30 degree, 30 to 35 degree.
Should B option.
No, 25 to 30. Okay.
Oh,
This is the favorable condition. Generally, it is said 25 से 30 degree. The basic purpose of fermentation in idlis to increase nutritive value, digestibility, to decrease the acceptability, dokla,
Digestibility.
Digestibility.
digestibility. ठीक है. The appropriate moisture of barley for malting purpose should be between 8 to 10%, 10 to 14%, 14 to 17%, 20 to 22%. What is the right answer?
10 to 14.
बार्ली के लिए ना, बार्ली के लिए आपका मॉइस्चर 10 to 14%. Yes. Malting process. In milling, cleaned oats are subjected to kiln drying to inactivate lipase. This process is known as drying,
Stabilization.
stabilization, dehydration. The right answer is
Stabilization.
Stabilization.
stabilization. Right. When the proteins in the flour combine with water, a complex between gliadin and glutenin is formed, resulting in the development of
Gluten.
कौन सा ग्लाइडिन होता है, कौन सा ग्लूटेनिन होता है, पता है?
Glutenin elasticity.
Glutenin elasticity के लिए होता है. And gliadin extensibility के लिए होता है.
नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है आगे आपका. क्वेश्चन पढ़िए. ड्यूरिंग ब्रेड मेकिंग द elasticity of gluten is controlled by
Glutenin.
Glutenin.
A option.
So how physically we can identify this? लैब में कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट्स किया था, याद आ रहा है कुछ?
सर वो डो बना के we wash the dough and whatever is left is the glutenin.
बस, that is a, I just wanted that wrong answer. I wanted intentionally that wrong answer. Whatever you are washing, what is going away?
Starch.
Is that glutenin?
Starch, sir.
Starch, sir.
So physically you cannot see gliadin and glutenin in between water, they mix together and make that particular gluten. If you wash it, you will wash the starch. What is left out is gluten. So physically you cannot identify which one is gliadin, which one is gluten. But many people have this confusion. Means ऐसा concept होता है, सर वॉश करेंगे तो एक तो आपका पानी में चला जा रहा है ना, जो बच्चा बच जाता है वो ऐसा है, ये ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Okay, so gliadin and gluten, two things are there. It is separated when it is in the, it's not in presence of water. When we are adding water, दोनों mix हो जाते हैं and it forms a network that is known as gluten. उसमें starch भी रहता है, but starch को you can wash it out. इस जो नेटवर्क के अंदर उस तरह से नहीं रहता है, but gliadin and gluten एकदम proper network में रहता है. Okay, so this is done. During bread making, we have done elasticities for the glutenin. Fine. Loaf volume of bread during preparation is adjusted by glutenin, gliadin, gluten, yeast. Conceptual question.
Yeast.
Low volume of bread during preparation adjusted by yeast. बीच बीच में कंफ्यूज करता हूँ बट आप लोग कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है.
ईस्ट ही होगा सर, बिकॉज
ईस्ट ही होगा ना, और क्या होगा? ग्लूटेन होगा, एडजस्ट करेंगे आप. राइट आंसर इज ईस्ट. Flour amylase attacks only starch, is responsible for adverse effect on quality of bread, decreased loaf volume, decreased attractiveness in color, all of the above. What is it?
All of the above.
Good. All of the above. Quality भी डिक्रीज होता है आपका, कलर भी जाता है, लो वॉल्यूम भी आपका डिक्रीज होता है. ठीक है. The quantities and quality of gluten which a flour can yield is observed by the following instruments: mixograph, farinograph, amylograph, extensograph, alveograph. Read the question again. We are using amylograph, extensograph also, alveograph also for certain purposes. mixograph, farinograph also for certain purposes. Now, what is the right answer? Quantities and quality of gluten.
So mixograph and farinograph.
Very good. Absolutely right answer. बाकी में क्या होता है? Briefly थोड़ा पता करें. क्या रहता है amylograph में?
amylase content.
You can say amylase content, or you can say the
Alpha
effect.
amylase.
Alpha amylase, the effect, right? Extensograph में क्या होता है?
Extensibility.
Extensibility.
Extensibility देखते हैं, right? Alveograph में क्या होता है?
जो बेकिंग के लिए फ्लावर रहते हैं.
Alveograph में क्या होता है?
Quality of dough.
Yes, quality of dough, but not quantity, right? ठीक है. Farinograph, mixograph में क्या होता है? Briefly थोड़ा कोई बता दे. Farinograph में क्या होता है? What is the factor we are measuring in farinograph? What is the parameter that we are measuring?
So water quantity कितना यूज होता है डो को बनाने के लिए?
Mixograph में. Farinograph में क्या है? टॉर्क कहाँ पे यूज होता है? टॉर्क
farinograph.
ब्लेड जब रन करता है, and blade is running, there is a torque generation. How much torque is generated? Farinograph में होता है. ठीक है. The brown color of crust of bread during baking is due to the Maillard reaction between protein and sugar, sugar and vitamin, damaged starch and amino acid, sugar and salt. So this is
Protein.
straightforwardly protein and sugar. कोई दो राय नहीं है. The activity of yeast fermentation during bread making is controlled by flour. ये तो पहले भी पढ़ा है, नहीं पढ़ा है. Okay. Flour, water, sugar, salt. Activity yeast fermentation.
Sugar, option C.
पक्का.
Salt.
Salt is the right answer, but sugar क्यों बोला आप लोगों ने?
So because sugar is food for yeast, so it
तो
can.
उसमें एक्टिविटी आपका कंट्रोल कैसे होगा? तो और बढ़ जाएगा और खाएगा और बढ़ेगा.
Water, sir.
Using the sugar content.
Right
in
answer
the-
is salt.
Okay.
Salt will stop. It will control the activity.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it will inhibit the growth. ठीक है. I think this much is there. Okay. चलो आज के लिए इतना ही. If you have any
Sir,
doubts, we
एक-
can discuss in the next class. Okay. हाँ पूछिए.
Okay.
पूछिए
Sir, वो
पूछ
एक
लीजिए.
quick bread. So
क्या?
there's something called quick bread. तो उसका concept क्या होता है?
समझा नहीं मैं.
So there's something called quick bread. So can you explain the concept?
अच्छा अच्छा, क्विक ब्रेड.
Yes, sir.
Right. See, इसमें क्विक ब्रेड में क्या होता है? कैसे बताएं?
Sir,
अच्छा,
air
अभी
and
नॉर्मल
steam-
ब्रेड में क्या करते हैं? नॉर्मल ब्रेड में व्हाट वी डू? नॉर्मल व्हेन वी आर मेकिंग ब्रेड, व्हाट वी डू? व्हाट वी यूज एज अ लीवनिंग, और क्या क्या यूज करते हैं बताइए.
yeast, salt, sugar, flour, water,
Salt, sugar, flour, water, fats, right? So
fat.
these are the different things which you are using. तो यहाँ पे ऐसा कुछ है which we are using as a means kind of any chemical.
No, sir.
We are not using, right? So quick bread में क्या होता है? We are desperately using certain. Kuldeep is trying to say something.
नॉर्मल ब्रेड में एसिटिक एसिड ऐड होता है ना, केमिकल.
हाँ, right. So what we do, we use yeast as a leavening agent in normal bread, right? In case of quick bread,
Yes,
what
sir.
we do, we use a chemical leavening agent. Okay, like आपका yeast के जैसा ये chemical type का हम दे देते हैं जो फटाफट आपका हो जाता है. ऐसे अगर yeast देंगे तो क्या होगा? You have to give some time for its resting time रहेगा. उसका जो आपका मतलब leavening होगा उसके लिए एक time देना पड़ेगा. 2 बार 3 बार रिपीटेशन करना पड़ता है. If you have seen the bread making process, सो वो सारी चीजें रहते हैं। बट इन केस ऑफ पीक ब्रेड मेकिंग द कॉन्सेप्ट इज जल्दी जल्दी हमें करना है, वो लिविंग फास्ट होना चाहिए, उसके लिए वी आर यूजिंग केमिकल एजेंट, नथिंग एल्स। ठीक है, इट्स सिमिलर टू योर ईस्ट। ओके
Okay.
ओके, चलो गुड नाइट, थैंक यू ऑल।
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.